keeping things very simple tonight. No fuss, no muss. I'm back on the air, but I'm back on the road in 48 hours. So let's have a good show tonight.
Same. Slide that page, get in the mood. Comic-Con energy, we're bringing the food. Fan culture rise and fandoms unite. Welcome to our party, it's gonna be tight.
You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compen. It's great to be here with you guys this evening. Just got back from New Orleans, and we had a great outing out there. Sold through everything, which was fantastic, with an hour to spare. Got to hang out with Chris Deiskell and the kids. He brought his kids out there, and actually his son CJ, who comes and hangs out with us on the air from time to time, he helped make that final sale on Sunday. So I was really grateful for that. We had a really, really great time out there, and I'm exhausted. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I did not sleep well when I was in New Orleans, and it was because the hotel we stayed at was like a decrepit. Can I say the S word yet, or is it too early? Jay? There's only one word I can use to describe the hotel I stayed at.
Go ahead. We're past the time.
It was a shithole in my ass of shit. All right. It sucked. It was the worst hotel I have ever stayed in my entire life. My God. So when I got over there, they were like, this lady was there, and she's like, oh, we got you like the nice premium room. And I'm like, all right, nice premium room. And my hotel room was on the second floor. And the reason why it was a premium room is because it had a balcony. Well, as I was going up the stairs, I heard cracks, and the wooden floors were like uneven. So you could have fallen through the floors at any point. But then I get into my hotel room, and the air conditioning, there was like a what's it called? Like not a filter, but the cover for the air conditioning had like fallen off. And I had to put it back on, fire it up, and it gave out that smoky, scent because it hadn't been turned on in a while. And I have really bad dust allergies, and so I got completely destroyed by dust allergies. Could not sleep the entire time. My bed sheets had little tiny micro hairs on them, and the shower sucked. It was just like shooting out little trinkets of water. It was such an awful experience. I hated that hotel. I was like, it ruined my entire trip. And my allergies are still killing me. I mean, they've gotten a lot better since I left, but it's just the residual, annoyance of being at that hotel. So I wanted to take this time to complain about my hotel, because I think it's really important that I do that before we talk about comics this evening. But aside from that, one of the greatest things was getting to hang out with Chris and his kids, and just being able to come out there and perform so well in New Orleans. I did pretty good last year, and I kind of realized the kind of loadout I need for a show of this magnitude. So I prepared accordingly, and we did very well. And this is actually the loadout that I've been using for shows since September, and it's pretty foolproof loadout at this point. So this has been really cool being able to do that. So here we are. All right. Anyway, same deal as always with every Kickin It show. If you spend $25 by the end of any episode, you're going to get to spin the wheel and win something. And if you spend $50 and you're located within the United States, you're going to get free shipping on your order. And if you have paid up with me up to this point, your orders have been shipped out. All right, so let's get going on the first book we have tonight. Shut up, everybody. Shut up. Watch the show. Shut up. Okay? There's also two more one question interviews today. Not one word, one question interviews today. So we got a lot going on here. Yeah, shut up. Okay? All right, so first book of the night I have is /Hot Shorts by Tim Seeley and Jim Terry and Daniel Leister. All three of these guys I know very well, and they're awesome. And we got this book here going for $3. It was $5, but now it's $3. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 21. This is going to go for $3 as well. Got a cool cover here by Leon, I guess. It looked like it looked like Mark Batman, but it's not. Batman 54. Stevie B, dude, how you doing? No, it was called Historic. I actually wrote a really good review for this hotel. I'm really proud of the review I wrote. Hold on, I got to read it to you guys. I'm a writer, so I got to read it to you. All right, Historic. Read your review. Okay, there we go. I'm going to read my review right now for you guys on the air. Okay. Hang on just a second here. How is it? Okay. All right. So check it out. Marketed as historic, experience is old, dusty, and neglected. The room was old, dusty, and poorly maintained. The bed sheets had visible hair and cigarette burns, and the floors were sticky. The air conditioner, I forgot to mention the floors were sticky. The air conditioner and heater were extremely loud and clearly in need of cleaning or new filters. The shower had very low water pressure and was barely functional. The building itself felt run down. It didn't feel run down. It was run down. I was being nice when I said it felt run down. And everything in the room and surrounding areas seemed like it was on the verge of breaking. The area was also very loud at night with disruptive and inconsiderate noise from other guests. There was one guy who was outside the room and he's like, Janice, get back here. Janice, get back to me right now. I'm not kidding. I swear this happened, okay? The building, all right, sorry. Given the condition of the room and the overall experience, this hotel was grossly overpriced. It was so overpriced. I had a really good deal at Days Inn, and for some reason I got out of it, and I sorely regret that. At least I would have slept that night. My allergies flared up severely due to the amount of dust and filth in the room, to the point that I checked out early and chose to spend extra time at the airport instead. Overall, this stay was uncomfortable and unpleasant. I strongly recommend avoiding this property. I was not going to review it. I was not going to review it at all. I was just going to let it go because the person at the front desk helped me. But Fabrice Sapolsky, he said, you should always be honest and tell him the truth. And I said, all right, damn it, I'm going to give him the best freaking, I'm going to give him the most honest review. And I thought that was a good review. I think I was being kind there. Not enough war. It's certainly not enough historic. Oh, man, we got a nice crew coming in here. We got Lorena. We got Mr. Nope. What's up, Zach? How you doing? We got Lorena here. Everybody's here. All right, I got Batman 54. This is the origin of Batman and Robin, and it's part of Tom King's run. I accidentally bought a second copy of this, so I am selling it today for $5. X-Men number 30. We got Cyclops and Jean Grey finally tying the knot. Cyclops and Mary Jane are finally getting married. It's about time he married his non-mutant girlfriend that he's been seeing behind Peter Parker's back. I think that would be a really great twist if we find out that Mary Jane and Jean Grey were actually swapped at one point and we didn't know the difference. Nobody could tell the difference. I mean, how would Cyclops be able to tell the difference? He's always wearing those ruby quartz glasses. This is going to go for $5. Yeah, it's the origin of Batman and Robin. It's part of Tom King's run. I think it's a one-shot story. I haven't read it yet, but I'm building out my Tom King collection. So this is just that issue, and it's going for $5. Hold on. Guess not a hotel that the Saints would want to go marching into. No. No one would go marching into that hotel. I marched right the hell out of that hotel. I was so happy to leave. Like, I kid you not, Sunday night after the convention, I couldn't sleep. I just it was just the most awful experience. I have a headache thinking about it. I really do. I really hate this. For the last like couple months, the hotels I've been staying at have just been one disaster after another. It's really killing me. Nothing beats sleeping in your own bed. I'm just going to say that right now. So if you guys are sleeping in your own beds, you're very lucky and enjoy it. Yes, the hotel was located in sector 2687. All right, I got Batman and Deadpool, the Jim Lee Wolverine Batman variant. This is going to go for $15. I have The Death of Doctor Strange, Emma Lyra Bloodstone, number 1. This is going to go for $3. $3 on this. I have Absolute Superman number 1, first printing of Absolute Superman number 1. That's going to go for $30 tonight. $30 on Absolute Superman number 1. Skinbreaker number 1. Robert Kirkman and David Finch's new series. This is going to go for $10. Yeah, Absolute Superman's been fantastic. I agree. It's been really good. That and Absolute Batman are my two favorites. I'm liking Absolute Martian Manhunter, and we got an interview with Dennis Camp coming up at some point tonight. So that's one of the one-question interviews. But the first one that's coming before that, it's going to be great. I think you guys are really going to like it. All right, Marvel Now, .1, number 1. This is the first appearance. Yeah, absolutely. Can you believe it now, Lorena? That book's like going for like $300. I have Marvel Now, .1, number 1. First appearance of America Chavez. This is going to go for $15. 15 on that. Been holding on to that book for so long. Battle Chasers number 1 by Joe Madeira. This is going to go for $5 today. Radiant Black number 1, first appearance of the character in an ongoing Image series about a superhero from Chicago. If you're a fan of Kyle Higgins, who writes Power Rangers, this is like his new superhero story. And it's going to go for $20 for issue 1. Holding on to that book for a long, long time. Predator Spider-Man number 1, cover A. It's going to go for $10. $10 on this. Yeah, he's also doing Immortal Legend Batman. That's true. That's one of my FOMO books for tomorrow, actually. Marvel Team Up number 150, the final issue. This is going to go for just $3. Yeah, don't tempt her. No, you'll like Radiant Black a lot. That is not a bad investment. That's a really good book. Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme, number 1. This is the first appearance, I believe, of all the characters in the book, except for Doctor Strange, of course. I priced this at $30 originally. It's now gone down to $15. All right, up top, I have some runs that really need to part ways with. The first set I have here is the Black Lamb, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. I was going to do this all for $12. I'm going to do it for $10 now. So you get the entire series for just $10. 6 comics for $10 for the Black Lamb. It's a DC Comics title. It's part of their Helix imprint. And then I got Legacy of Kain Defiance. This is a pretty rare comic here. And I have both variants. It's the same book, but 2 variants that are highly sought after. And I haven't priced this out in a while. But let's see what it's going for right now. If you haven't played the Legacy of Kain video game series on the PlayStation, it's really, really fantastic. So I'm doing each one for $60 a pop. So each one is going to be $60. That's what I had it priced at originally. So 60 and 60 on this. And that would be $120 for the pair. But it is a pretty rare and hard to find comic. So you guys can pick out one. Yeah, I'm willing to break up how I sell these, but each one's going to go for $60. I don't have to sell them off as a set. That is a very rare find there. And then I got Batman number 433, 434, and 435. This makes up the Many Deaths of Batman. And it's a 3-issue run here by John Byrne and Jim Aparo. John Byrne is the writer on it. Really, really great run here. Really cool detective story in Batman. If you grab this entire set here, it's just $10. $10 for this 3 books. And that is everything. You guys have any questions, let me know. Is there anything you're interested in? Please ask questions. And we're going to take a commercial break in just a second here. It's great to see everybody who's tuning in. Thank you for being here this evening. We got a great show for you guys. When we come back, we're going to start putting up back issues on the wall here. And if I can get one claim, then we'll unlock that first. The second I get a claim, that's when we're going to show off the first one-question interview. So I need at least one person to make a claim on something on the board in order for us to unlock that first one-question interview, which is, both of them are great. You guys are really going to like it. They're very educational. See anything on the board you like, let me know. And if not, that's cool. We'll take our commercial break and we'll come back and we'll show off. We'll start putting books up on the double rack. I got new stuff from North Shore Comics today. So we should have, pretty fun evening together. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll see you guys, and we will start building out those racks.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
That'd be really great. Thanks.
You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
All right. Hold on. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. All right. We're back. All right. Yeah, we're back. It's time to show off some new books here. Got all new single issues for you guys. Stuff I just picked up today at Pete's. It's a small stack, but a stack nevertheless. So let's see here. Once we get a single claim on any book, I will show you guys the first one question interview. Okay, first books of the night. Wolverine number 12, 14. This set here is going to go for $4 for Wolverine 12 and 14. I believe that's from the third ongoing or the second ongoing. Uncanny X-Men number 189, $2 on this. Found some really cool Avengers books, by the way. Some older Avengers books. Issue 287 is $2. I have West Coast Avengers number 30. We got the Composite Avenger. Number 42. Number 47. Number 63. I will do all of these books here for $8. I have Batman 111. We got some variants here. This is from James Tynan's run. Not sure who did this one, but it's a pretty cool variant of Batman sitting on a chair. Number 114 featuring Ghostmaker. And number 113, Batman standing. He's standing up to those who make fun of him. All three of these Batman variants here have different various cover prices. Most of them are $10 a pop, but we'll do them all for $2 a pop. So it's $6 for this set. Avengers 328 is going to go for $2. We'll go with our other Avengers here. We got the Origin of Rage in this issue. He shows up in Sam Wilson's Captain America at one point. Has a really great arc in that. Defenders number 32, The Secret Origin of Nighthawk. $2 on this. I have Lord of the Hidden Jungle, Quasar number 17, $2 on this. Air Raiders number 2, $2 on this. Uncanny X-Men number 275, milestone issue. X-Men number 80, $2 on this. What's up, Roberto? Looking forward to seeing you this week. Punisher number 74. It's a really cool cover. $2 on this. Cloak and Dagger. I have Cloak and Dagger number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going for $8 for Cloak and Dagger. It's from their ongoing. X-Men Legends number 1 and number 2. Oh my God, dude. You don't understand. I'm like still trying to recover from it. I don't even, oh man, it sends like a shiver down my spine when I think about it. It was so terrible. I really hated that hotel. Like it emotionally like messed with me. $4 on the X-Men Legends. You guys could probably see it. Like I all my energy is depleted right now. Spider-Man 2099 number 25 is going to go for $2. And then I have some more Avengers here. We have Avengers 280 and 291. That's going to go for $4. And Roberto, either way, it's going to be better just because, you know, we're going to be hanging out together. So I'm really looking forward to that. You, me, and Fabrice, the Brothers Club. All right, Avengers. We got those 4 books here. And then I found something really special, and I kind of want to, you know, light a spark tonight. I found some really old Iron Man issues. I have Invincible Iron Man number 105. And number 161, he teams up with Moon Knight there. I'll do both of these for $4. If they don't sell tonight, they're going to end up being FOMO books. We got those two Iron Man books. And I'm sorry, I'm out of it today. I'm still recovering from this convention. It really took a lot of energy out of me. Yes. All right, the Quasar is off to Roberto. Roberto, I'll bring this with me up to Portland. By the way, the shipment arrived. I was gonna call you tonight to tell you, but I was busy getting my new washer and dryer. I bought a new washer and dryer today, everybody. Can I get a round of applause? Can I get a round of applause? Round of applause because Roberto made the first claim, which means we get to see that first one question interview. Can we do it, Jay? Let's do it.
Welcome to One Question Interviews with Onrie, the only broadcast that really gives you a unique perspective on the comic book industry. So, Philip, for the sake of this interview, is it okay if I can call you Kennedy? No, it's not. It's my middle name, not my first name. Genius. This episode of One Question Interviews with Onrie is brought to you by Scoots Ahoy. If you're not scooting, you're not scooting.
All right, there we go. All right. What did you just watch? Your guess is as good as mine. I love PKG, J, PKG, PKJ. I just wanted to call him Kennedy. I don't know what the big deal is. What's wrong with calling him Kennedy? You know, one thing I realized too is he has 3 last names as like his whole name. You know, like Philip could technically be, it would be Phillips, right?
Yeah, you'd have to add it. For some reason, if it's a last name, you have to add an S to it.
Otherwise, it's not. All right. So I guess there's nothing special that I just said there right now, is there?
I was just going to let you go with it, man.
All right. Yeah, I'll send you the info later, Roberto, and you can go. You should be able to just grab everything. And there's a special when you get the skid. What you can do. Well, I'll give you all the instructions. There's a box called the Berto box, and all your stuff is on there. So we should be good. All right, Savage Hawkman number 9, number 11, and number 19 are going to go for $6. $6 on that. I have Black Science number 10. That's going to go for $2 for Black Science number 10. I have Crossed number 85. That's going to go for $2. All New Wolverine number 16 is $2. Spider-Man by J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams and Sarah Pacelli. Number 4, $2. BRPD, The Black Flame, number 1 and number 2 are going to go for $4. This is a pretty good, cool set there. Man, I really wish I wasn't so out of it today. I'm really out of it. Captain America White, number 1, is going to go for $2. Darkhold, number 5 and number 6. This is pretty good. This is going to go for $6. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really like Philip Kennedy Johnson's run on Superman and what is it? And Hulk. His Hulk run has been really great. I've really been, and Batman and Robin too has been amazing. I've loved this Batman and Robin. That's all really good stuff. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons number 26, $2. Fantastic Four, $3.89 and $3.90. This is going to go for $4 for these 2 books. Ghost Rider number 3, number 13, number 14, number 17, number 18, number 19, number 20, and number 22. I will do all of these, this entire set. Got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 8 Ghost Rider books here for $15. $15 on these. All-Star Batman number 2, $2 on this. And number 4, $4 on this set. So $4 on these. So I showed you guys earlier, I had Uncanny X-Men number, what was it? 180, 187 or 189. Yep, 189. Found some more Uncannies. I have 187, 188, 189, 195, 248, and 275. All of these. We got 6 books here going for $12. And then I have Avengers Ultron Unleashed, a collection of classic Avengers tales featuring the almighty Ultron. This is going to go for $2. I have Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Iron Man, number 110, going for $2. Marvel Team Up to Roberto. Batman 115. This is going to go for $2. Part of the Fear State run. Wrapping up James Tynan's run. Overwatch, we got a free comic book day going for $2. I have the Saga of the Submariner. This is actually a really great run. We have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 6, number 10, and number 11. Okay, no problem, Steve. They're yours. So I got all 6 of these Submariners going for $12. It's written by Jay's favorite writer of all time. Jay, who's your favorite writer of all time? You know? I know who your favorite writer is.
I have so many.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Onrie Copen.
No.
Okay.
All right. It rhymes with Boy Lamas.
Oh, the inventor of all, Roy Thomas.
Yep. Roy Thomas and Steve Butler were the team on this. And this is actually a really great series. If you're not really familiar with the Submariner, this is a really great series that kind of like tells you about his origin story and how he came to be and all that stuff. I actually just recently finished up Books of Doom, which was a great run by Ed Brubaker. And it's kind of like, the way I like to look at this is it's they're almost like biographies of these characters. And the stories are told from their, and it gives you a different point of view as opposed to when you're actually seeing this stuff unfold in the original comics. And it's a more updated art style and everything. It's really good stuff. I highly recommend the Saga of the Submariner. Jay, you were going to say something, weren't you? Come on, lay out that dig, buddy.
Oh, I wasn't being facetious, Onrie. You are the stuff that I've read from you. You're a favorite writer of mine. You're up there.
I appreciate you, man. So you weren't being a fascist. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Tolerate fascism on the EXP.
That's right.
Fascism is not tolerated here.
But I was also going to say, like, Scott Snyder, and the fact that Roy Thomas actually worked on that book and didn't just say, hey, you should put him in green trunks and then take credit for it. That's kind of cool.
Well, I want to understand this Roy Thomas controversy because I was actually talking with Fabrice about it. So the thing is he's claiming that he was a creator of Wolverine, right? And that is, and he didn't create Wolverine. There's a secret truth about Wolverine. David Anthony Kraft, who was my co-writer on Easton Chin, he edited Hulk 181, and he always told me when he got the script for that book, he thought it was the stupidest script he had ever read in his entire life. He thought the character was so lame and stupid, and he didn't care at all about Wolverine. He was just like, this is just another job. But he didn't get credit for it because most of the books that were edited back then, it was the editor-in-chief who got the credit. And at the time, that happened to be Roy Thomas. So Roy probably figured, I allowed this character to exist, therefore I deserve credit for his creation. But again, we're not going to get into that debate there, but I found it funny how Dak, he really laid into how lame he thought Wolverine was at first. And he admitted that, what they've done with the character since was a lot better, but, back then he thought it was really lame. All right. So, Stevie, I got you on the Iron Man books, and I have another Iron Man book. I have Iron Man 167, where he's in the clutches of Obadiah Stane. That's going to go for $2. Semper Fi number 2 is $2. Katrina, how you doing? You made it. We're so happy you're here. Gru number 71 is $2. The Shadow Strikes number 10 is $2. Number 11 is $2. Number 12 is $2. Number 13 is $2. Number 14 is $2. So you got a whole bunch of these. All 5 books are going to go for $10. All 5 for 10. For the Shadow Strikes. And Gru and Semper Fi. Awesome. Enjoy your pizza rolls. Glad you're here. Wizard number, let's see here. What issue number is this? This is Wizard. Let's see. It just says Wizard Collection Edition. Oh, I see. It's number Kiss My Ass. All right. This wizard here is going to go for $2, okay? For Wizard Kiss My Ass, you can even put it in the comments. But that's what it is. And if you're offended by that, I'm sorry. I have Ultimate 6, number 4, number 5, and number 6. It's a 7-part series where Spider-Man ends up teaming up with the Sinister Six. He is the 6th member of the Sinister Six, and he has to help them take on the Ultimates. Pretty fun read. $6. Brian Michael Bendis took on a different approach when it came to introducing the Sinister Six into the Ultimate Universe. The way he envisioned it originally was that the Sinister Six were a much larger threat. They were an Avengers level threat. And he's very right about that. They are an Avengers level threat. And the reason why they're an Avengers level threat is because they're all led by Norman Osborn. The Sinister Six in the comics, I think, are a little bit different. They're not, I wouldn't say as big of an Avengers level threat because the Avengers deal with like world-ending kind of stuff. So, that's a much different, type of threat. But still, the way that Bendis did with it was pretty bold. Hulk number 6. This is actually the first appearance of the Titan Hulk. And I have 3 copies of this book and a variant cover too. And this is a key book here, guys. I'm just going to let you know that I have 3 copies of it, and each one's going for $2 right now. This is from Donny Cates' run. And when Donny Cates started working on the Hulk, he picked up after, I forgot where he picked up from. Well, forget where he picked up from. The whole idea was Hulk. Oh, he picked up from L. Ewing's Immortal Hulk. And the idea was that Banner now controlled the Hulk kind of like a starship. And the way he would kind of use Hulk's rage would be to basically throw the Hulk inside the ego of the Hulk inside this battleground where in order to get energy, he basically, or strength, he would have the Hulk face all of his enemies. And he would have them fight hordes of superheroes and just destroy them all. He would fight Wolverine and all this stuff. But in the process of overworking the Hulk ego, the Hulk developed another personality called Titan. And Titan is something that Banner could not control, and neither could Hulk. And it's a really interesting concept that Donnie was experimenting with. But unfortunately, he was involved in a really tragic car accident that took him out of the game of comics for a little bit. And it was, from what I understand, a very traumatic experience for him. And so Ryan Hotley, the artist on it, who is also one of the co-creators of, or one of the artists on Invincible, he took on the responsibility of finishing it up. And he did a hell of a job wrapping up the arc. And then Philip Kennedy Johnson, the guy I just interviewed, he jumped on since and has been writing Hulk, since then. He didn't do the variant cover. He not only did the variant cover, he also did the interiors for all these. So this is a really well illustrated Hulk story that I don't think got as much attention as it deserved. And I really do think Donny Cates is a great writer. I think he did some really great stuff for Venom and Thor. And I think he did a lot of good stuff for Hulk too. So we got a bunch of those books going for just $2. Grab them. Seriously, you never know what this book can be worth. And you got a new Hulk personality here. This is like having the first appearance of the Gray Hulk. Seriously, I'm not kidding. And here's the thing too. I just want to give you guys a sense of something I realized today. I've been on a kick for collecting back issues of Spider-Man. I started with, getting my entire Bagley run filled out. That is now turned into me getting all my Eric Larson books cleared up, and now I am slowly working my way up to Todd McFarlane and just getting as many issues from issue 200 on up when I can find the right deals for them. It's a very expensive endeavor. I'm not really excited about it, but in the close to 1,000 issues of Spider-Man that are about to exist in this world, we're now on like issue 980 or something. All right, we're 20 issues away from 1,000. What is the one story that Marvel is adapting into a film? It's one of the worst storylines of all time, Brand New Day. And that's what they're making a movie about. They did with No Way Home, they did One More Day, and now they're bringing in Brand New Day, which I think is really hilarious because in the comics, everybody hated One More Day and everybody hated Brand New Day. I hated it. I hated how they retconned everything. It was terrible. Everything they did post J. Michael Straczynski. But that's the stuff that they're adapting right now. My point is, you never know what they might do with a character like this, especially with the Hulk. And just saying, you can get those books right now for next to nothing. Tarzan number 257, $2 on this. Tarzan of the Apes, 257, $2. I have the Batman 2021 annual going for $2. Oh, Stevie, don't you dare diss the Clone Saga. I am collecting every single one of those books right now. And here's the thing. I will say this. The Clone Saga didn't start out bad. I think it dragged on for too long. That was its problem. It didn't know when to end. It should have ended a lot sooner than it should have, or that it went on. But everything leading up to Amazing Spider-Man 400 was actually pretty good. And honestly, I would go beyond that. I really liked how they shifted things. And it was a temporary thing, but they kept it going for it outstayed its welcome. But I'm going back and I am collecting all of those books. I kid you not. I'm buying all of those books right now. because I think there was a lot of gold there that we're not paying attention to. I would much rather them do a Clone Saga adaptation than what they're doing with Brand New Day. It's too mystical Spidey for me. Yeah, all right, the Spidey Mobile, yeah, that was pretty lame. But some weird stuff was happening for Spider-Man back then. But let's go back to the Clone Saga for a minute. The Clone Saga, I think, well, I have a personal attachment to it, so I'm going to put that in. That's going to factor into what my thoughts are right now. So when the Clone Saga was coming out, there was a lot of cool stuff that Marvel was doing with Spider-Man. I like how at first when they did this, they split up the 4 Spider-Man titles. There was Amazing, Spectacular, Web, and then just Spider-Man. And what they did was they separated the 2 Spider-Men. So Peter Parker got Amazing and Spectacular because those were the 2 long-running ones. And Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, was in Web and regular Spider-Man. And their stories would kind of interconnect with each other from time to time. And then eventually it was just like every single book was connected. And you had to read them all. And that's what's kind of making the Clone Saga a pain in the ass to collect right now is I got to get all those books. But some really cool stuff did happen, though, especially in the beginning. Finding out that Spider-Man's clone never died after he faced him in Amazing Spider-Man 150. That was cool. All right, here's his clone coming back and, he's led this life. Here's this new character. Here's something new going on here. And all the dark stuff that followed. But the best part of it all, I think, was them bringing back the Jackal. I loved seeing the return of Jackal in Amazing Spider-Man 399. That was awesome. I remember reading that book when I was a kid and getting it. And it's like, we believed the Jackal was dead for years, decades. He was supposed to be dead. And he was insane. Warren Miles was insane. He was it Miles Warren? Yeah, it was Miles Warren. He was absolutely insane. He had an obsession with Gwen Stacy. He blamed Peter Parker for her death. So he had Peter cloned and, had him pitted up against himself. He had him questioning his identity. He had all these things planned for Peter, all these devastating things. And his return, he comes back and he's stronger now and he's smarter and he's had this whole thing in the works for a very long time. And it's all coming at like such a terrible moment in Peter's life where he's got this identity crisis because he just lost his parents who came back from the dead, but ended up being robots that were sent after him by Harry Osborn and the Chameleon who wanted to, hurt him. So Peter's been dealing with a lot of trauma, but he's also dealing with the fact that Mary Jane is pregnant and his clone is back and all these things are going on. And it kept things interesting. I will say right now, the Clone Saga is 1,000 times better than what we're seeing in the current ongoing Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I've been reading every single issue of Spider-Man. The art's been great in Spider-Man between John Romita Jr. and Pepe Larraz. But Clone Saga, that was what kept me hooked. I had to know what was happening in Spider-Man every week. I don't feel like that about Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't felt that way in a very long time. I hate that I'm at this place. I don't want to be here. I want to be the fan who's at the edge of his seat right now with Spider-Man stories. I just don't feel that way. The Clone Saga was keeping me hooked for a long time. I thought there was some great stuff. I think it gets way too much heat for being bad, but it was actually really great. And rant. I think it was the same time DC was connecting all the Superman books because they just did the Death of Superman. And I like that Marvel didn't kill off Spider-Man. Like, even when they revealed at one point, and this was a really pivotal moment. I remember when this book came out. Spectacular Spider-Man, I think 226 or 224. I'm not sure. What are those issues? We find out that Ben Reilly was actually Peter Parker all along. When Spider-Man fought his clone, he didn't know who won. He didn't know if like it was him or the clone who won that battle, but it turned out that Ben Reilly was the real Spider-Man. What a twist. What a freaking twist, and now Ben Reilly is the real Peter Parker, even if it wasn't the case. And of course they reverted it back. I just think at that point when they switched it up and Ben Reilly became Spider-Man or the real Peter Parker, I think that was a retcon that really hit people the wrong way. And it went on for too long. Ben Reilly being revealed to be the original Peter Parker dragged on for longer than it should have. And of course, then they retconned Aunt May's death and brought her back, and all kinds of stuff happened. But there was a lot of exciting stuff that was going on at the Clone Saga. Mary Jane being pregnant, I think was the biggest change. Honestly, I felt involved in their lives. I felt interested. I was invested in what was going on in their lives. Now I don't care. I don't care about Peter being a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't care about that. I don't care about him being in the cosmos and him fighting Hellgate. He's not a Spider-Man villain. Okay. I want to see Spider-Man tackling the Vulture and Dr. Octopus. Put him back on the ground. He should be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not a cosmic Spider-Man. Do it for a couple issues, fine. But this has been going on for 6 months now, and I'm bored out of my mind. Every time I read a Spider-Man book, I'm just like, okay, I read it, I digested it, boom, it's done. I don't have any more investment. And speaking of Spider-Man, all this talk has brought us to the point where I have a bunch of Amazing Spider-Mans here. So I hope these will finally find a home tonight. I have Amazing Spider-Man 353, 371, 386, 387. This is a great, great issue. And 394, this is actually the start of a 4-issue arc where we see the return of Ben Reilly. And this is going to go for $2. No, Stevie, thank you for bringing this up because I am out of energy and I needed something to talk about. You have nothing to apologize for. I'm so glad you're here. I had so much fun hanging out with you when we were in New York, dude. You're awesome, man. Paste Pot Pete. He did fight him in the beginning of the Cosmic Spidey storyline. All right, so I have these Spider-Man books here, 5 issues going for $10, plus a foil issue here, all going for $2 a pop. $10 gets you all these Amazing Spider-Man. It's illustrated by Mark Bagley, my personal favorite Spider-Man artist. He is the best. Yondu #1, $2. Yeah, that Spider-Man journey has been. Someone told me don't do it, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't care. I love comics. I want to own them all, and I shall. Mighty Thor. I got a big run here. 348, 349. What's up, Mike Storm? Came to the right show with the right conversation. 350, 351. 352, 353, 354, and 355. Oh my God, he did bring up a joke. It'll be a brand new day before I go back to selling. He was making a joke. I thought he was really being sorry. So you weren't sorry this whole time. You were just stringing me along. 2, 4, 6, 8. All 8 of these stores. This is Walt Simonson Thor going for $15. I can rant on my show. Right? Am I allowed to rant? Do I have ranting powers here?
That's the best part of a lot of these shows are the rants, man.
Yeah. You know what else the best part of the show is? The commercials. Because in a minute here, we're going to show all of our FOMO books for tonight. We got some really cool ones. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we get back, it's FOMO time. And we're going to continue showing off some really cool comics. In the meantime, guys, get a good snapshot of all these books here. See if there's anything you're interested in, please. I want to sell these books. I don't want to be sitting on them. As much as I love owning comics, I also want to buy comics, and I don't have a budget if these books are still here. I will see you guys in just a minute. So stick around for the great commercials we have for you, and I'll be back in a jiffy.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. could be doing anything. The fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form. What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
All right, we are back. All right, oh my God, I almost spit out drink on that terrible joke. What joke was terrible? Was it the Kyle joke?
That's what I'm assuming it was.
Okay. Walt Simonson is coming to a small comic show in our town next week. They are trying out a new midweek time on Tuesday from 3 to 9 p.m. So, well, good luck to Walt. I hope it works out. All right, it is FOMO time, so let's do this.
It's FOMO time! Is that an acronym for me getting a chance to play the Flash again? Oh, that's what it means. It was a good Flash! No one wants to play Flash comics on Onrie Show because of me! And I can't buy comics either because I'm a big weenie!
Oh my God, like, shut up already.
Okay, Katrina thought it was appropriate with all the... Okay. Very funny, Katrina. Ha, 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 ha. All right. I have the NAM number 25 going for $3 today. Quasar number 1 going for $3 tonight. Hardware number 1 going for $3 tonight. Even has a hardware collectible card in it. Prince Valiant number 1 going out tonight. What if Conan the Barbarian were stranded in the 20th century? $3 on this. Conan with a 6-shooter. Superman Realworlds. $5 on this. Amazing Spider-Man 329. Believe it or not, this is the first appearance of Cosmic Spider-Man. This is going to go for $5. And one of the first issues that Eric Larson worked on. The Punisher Painkiller J number 1. $3 on this. Detective Comics 556, $5 on this. And Ren Stimpy number 41, $5 on this. These are your FOMO books. I mean, guys, seriously, if you want to hear more Spider-Man rants, just stop by in comics and I'll rant for the next hour. I'll talk to you all about Spider-Man. Don't buy any of these books here, and I will rant away to you guys. I promise. Give you guys a second here. Just don't buy anything, please. Seriously. What's the point? Don't buy a single comic. I will rant.
This is a sales show. Why would you want to buy anything?
Yeah, this is stupid. Who goes and watches a sales show and doesn't buy anything? It's almost like you waiting for me to show you another one question interview, which I will unlock for the next person who makes a claim. Nope.
I will have to ask that Skin Breaker. Did you say that was a #1 first print?
That's the second print, actually. I forgot to clarify.
Okay,
that.
well here's what I'm going to tell people anyway. If you look at some of the other #1s that Robert Kirkman has put out, regardless of what print they are, I'm not a speculative buyer. I'm just saying that people should probably jump on this.
I agree. It's been a great read. I've read every single issue. This is such a good book, and the artwork is insane. I'm going to open it up for you guys just so you can see the inside. It's amazing. Such a good book. Look at this artwork by David Finch. David Finch is like on another level on this series. And I jumped on a little late, but I jumped on, and now I'm not backing off. This has been great. I think they're on issue 4 now, and it's been awesome. Skin Breaker is basically about this tribe of ogres who are on this some other planet. We don't even know what planet it is. Whatever. It's just some tribe of ogres. And there is an elder and his apprentice. And they're basically in charge of protecting the tribe, getting food, and protecting everyone. And their tribe is broken up into factions, and there's another ogre there who's actually very ambitious in trying to get his way. Basically, the elder is dying, so in order for the younger apprentice to take over, he has to kill the elder, and he ends up doing it. And then we see him get older. And now things are really messed up because he's older, and he was able to put things off for a while, but now he's in danger of things. And the reason why they're called skin breakers is because their skin is actually unbreakable, and when they reach a certain age, they're supposed to shed their skin, and so it's a really interesting series. It's going to go for $10 right now. Even for the second printing, this is a great price. But it is the cover A of the second printing. I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm sorry. Yeah, his Batman is great too. I'm actually reading that right now. Did that with he had 2 Batman runs. All right, no claims, anything. Hello. Pull up your popcorn when I start talking about this Clone Saga, but as soon as I show off comics, everybody's hiding in the little mouse hole. You guys are all like Jerry, scared of Tom popping out. I'm calling you guys out right now.
Yep, and I think also somebody needs to pick up that Absolute Superman. So one of my goals for this year, one of my resolutions, is to at least read one comic, not just one comic, but at least one comic a day for the rest of the year. And so far, within 3 days, I caught up to that Absolute Superman. And my goodness, first of all, 14 issues for the first arc. Number 15 starts a new one. But my goodness, I didn't think I could like anything as much as I've liked Absolute Batman so far. Absolute Superman is fantastic.
It really is. The artwork in Absolute Superman is really good. I prefer the artwork in Absolute Superman more than Absolute Batman. And yes, 14 issues was the first run. And what I really loved is how they switched it up. So who's Superman fighting in this first arc? Ra's al Ghul. That's his main villain, and it makes so much sense. Ra's al Ghul is a perfect Superman villain. And Brainiac, too. It's a really great series. I really love Absolute Superman. And the new arc is shaping up really nicely so far. I'm about to take all of this stuff down, guys. Let me know if there's anything you want up here. Not a single book, not a single new book that I have showcased today has moved. Nothing. And Katrina, I didn't tell you to stop claiming stuff. Oh, wait, I did tell you not to claim anything. But I kind of did it as a double Nintendo Tundra.
You know, you would think that, Stevie B, but quite honestly, it's one of the most interesting Superman stories I've read.
And it really is. It's
the
really
absolute stuff in general has just been phenomenal. But again, the how they pretty much made a Superman fan think, wow, I have never read a Superman story like this one before.
Actually, the one I'm the least the one I'm not a fan of as much that everybody's going crazy over is Wonder Woman. I don't care for Absolute Wonder Woman.
I haven't read enough of that one to make a judgment call.
I've read every single issue of it, and I don't care for it. But Absolute Batman, that's been good. I mean, that's obviously at the top, but Absolute Superman, it's a close second. A double rotunda. Why is that a Shania Twain? I don't get the Shania Twain.
Well, because Nope said they don't know who I'm trying to impress, talking about reading a comic a day for the rest of the year.
Oh, that don't impress me much. Oh,
yeah. Sorry, Nope. I'll try harder.
Oh, man. Going once, going twice. I'm taking all of this stuff down. Every freaking gosh darn comic. All right, you guys asked for it. It's rage time. What other thing should I rant about right now, Jay? What do you think these guys want to hear a rant?
Ooh.
Let's rant about Roy Thomas. Damn it. Let's just go up on Roy.
Go ahead.
Let's throw him to the ground and start kicking him. Boy, I really hate how Roy walks around with those beady eyes and the big bifocals. I just want to throw him to the ground and just kick him a bunch of times. And yeah. Who wants to join me on that? Stupid Roy Thomas and his stupid Saga of Submariner books. What an idiot.
I mean, you could either talk about that or you could talk about how we need to start cutting down on characters. Like, Wolverine doesn't need 6 different books. Spider-Man doesn't need 12 different books. Batman doesn't need 18 different books. Let's keep it a list.
That has been an issue with everything. But here's what I'm going to say to that. So I'm constantly reading Marvel and DC books as they're coming out. Best Spider-Man story that's come out in a very long time is a new run out that's called Spider-Man Torn. That's actually written by J. Michael Straczynski. That is Spider-Man. I want more of that. Instead, we're getting Spider-Man being a Guardian of the Galaxy. I like Spider-Man Torn. Bring us back to Peter Parker, and I want Peter Parker on Earth. And I know he's coming back to Earth, but man, I don't like him having an alien girlfriend. It's really just It's not impressing me much.
Hey-oh.
You see how I brought it back, guys? They did it.
Full circle. Full circle.
All right. So I still have these FOMO books here. I'm going to show them off again right now. And I'm going to go over the bottom row one more time. And I'll make it a little bit more interesting for you guys.
We do have a claim.
Oh my God, finally. Yes, who, what? Ren and Stimpy. Thank you. Oh, man. Lewis. Need to celebrate you. Lewis has saved the day. All right, let's show that second one-question interview.
Welcome to One Question Interviews with Onrie, the only broadcast that really gives you a unique perspective on the comic book industry. Okay, so I've read 7 issues of Absolute Martian Manhunter, and I was really paying attention, and I don't have any idea what's going on. Could you please explain it to me? You're an idiot. No. This episode of One Question Interviews with Onrie is brought to you by Windex. You spray, we'll pray. Now available as a citrus-scented urine compound.
All right, there we go. There's your One Question Interviews. I do feel like an idiot for not understanding Absolute Martian Manhunter. Some great layouts in the latest issue, but don't understand that book to save my life. I probably have to reread the entire thing. All right, FOMO books. Let's start again. Nam number 25 is $3. Quasar number 1, $3. Hardware number 1, $3. Prince Valiant number 1, $3. Detective Comics number 556, $5. Punisher Painkiller Jane number 1, $3. Amazing Spider-Man 329, $5. First Cosmic Spidey. Superman Real Worlds, $5. What if Conan the Barbarian were stranded in the 20th century? Number 43 is $3. These are your FOMO books. I like what Katrina was saying. Oh, we had the no streak was killed off. She's angry at Lewis right now. Facsimile comics have basically replaced reprint series titles. Which do you prefer? I mean, I do like facsimile. I like foil facsimiles. I think that's been a really cool gimmick. I've actually really appreciated those. But I prefer the originals. Honestly, I think the originals are the best, especially when you can get them at like a good price. That's a fun adventure when you can find those old books. But honestly, there are some books that are just so freaking expensive that I'll never be able to afford them anyway. Like, for example, let's just use an obvious one here. Amazing Fantasy 15. I'm never going to be able to get that book for anything less than like tens of thousands of dollars. However, a foil facsimile of that I can get for $10. I'm in. You know, I don't have to spend all this money to get something that is really cool and enjoy it and see it printed on nicer paper. I like that. But does it devalue the original stuff? No. And do I prefer it more than the new stuff? No, because I don't think we should have. Here's the thing that I really don't like: the philosophies of a lot of old fans. These are people who are like, I hate all the new stuff, guys. Like I'm tired of that narrative. That's been a narrative for a long time, and I just don't think it works. People are saying the stuff today sucks. I don't read anything that comes out today. Everything today is dumb. Then you're not reading those books. You're clearly not reading those books. Even though Amazing Spider-Man is not the best book right now, Jay and I have told you about 5 different titles over the last hour that are all new books. Skinbreaker, Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman. You know, like there's so much great stuff happening in comics right now. But I prefer new stuff. I want new stuff. I just want better stories with those characters. And I think they're definitely capable of putting out good stuff. Like another title, Batman. I think Batman's been the best that it's been in a very long time. Not only because you got a great writer on it, Matt Fraction, but because you got Jorge Jimenez, who has just that guy was born to draw Batman. Period. He's fantastic. Action number 1 sold for $15 million. Exactly. But you can own a foil facsimile for $10. Yeah, that's great. It's a great way to get new readers on board. I will say that, but I don't think it replaces the need for new comics. It's not a preferential thing. I think I would rather have them both. Comic book readers are like Jedis. We don't think in absolutes unless we're reading Absolute Batman. All right. Ghost Rider number 67, $2. Hercules number 2, Dynamite, $2. Iron Man 227, $2 on this. Life of Wolverine #1, $2 on this. Spectacular Spider-Man 177, $2 on this. Kingpin #3, $2 on this. All right, Hercules, we got another claim. I love you, Katrina. I love you so much. You broke your own rule.
She's just showing you she ain't scared. That's what it is. She's not Jerry in this situation.
Jerry's not afraid of Tom, apparently.
Tom should be afraid of Jerry if we're being honest.
Yeah, I guess. One other thing I wanted to mention, you guys. Sal Buscema, the artist on Spectacular Spider-Man, very underrated artist. But just look at how dynamic this cover is. Spider-Man is like leaping out at you. Like there's just so much happening here. And you got Kurt Busiek as the writer on this. And man, the art is just so fantastic. Dak told me about what it was like working with Sal Buscema, and he always said Sal was one of those guys that would always come through for everyone at the right moment. He was definitely a workhorse, and he was John's brother, John Buscema's brother, and just he's done so much comics work, especially on Spectacular Spider-Man. He is one of the underdogs of Spider-Man for sure. Just a fantastic artist. 177 going for $2. Batman Off-World. Have you ever wanted to see what it would be like if Jason Aaron wrote Batman? Well, check this issue out. $2. X Factor 92. This is part of Fatal Attractions. This is the run where Wolverine loses the adamantium in his claws. $2. Punisher 13. $2. Astronaut Down #1 is $2. Men of Wrath #1 is $2. By Jason Aaron and Ron Garney. Batman and Robin #18 is $2. Red Hulk #2 is $2. Ghost Rider #5 is $2. Barbaric Born in Blood #3 is $2. Amazing Spider-Man #908, $2. X-Men Enter the Age of X-Man, $2. It's a blind bag, sealed. Grab it for $2. $2 blind bag. A 90s blind bag. Jay, I have a question for you. You ready?
Yeah, shoot.
All right. If you could punch someone in the liver, who would it be? Rob Liefeld or Roy Thomas?
Ooh. I'm gonna say Rob, and here's why.
Whoa.
Here's why, though. I think I would destroy Roy Thomas. I think Rob would be able to take it. Like, I'd end up on some of his podcasts. Like, he'd be complaining about me like he does about certain folks, but I think Rob could take it. So I got to go with Rob in that one.
All right. That's a good answer. Who would you rather liver punch now, Sal Buscema or John Buscema?
Oh, pass.
Pass meaning you'd rather punch them both in the liver at the same time with equal force?
Oh my goodness, these are 90-year-olds, man. I can't. That's elder abuse. I
Well,
can't do that.
dead. John's dead. You're bringing the dead into this now, Jay. So,
Oh,
dragging you under the tires here.
yeah, you really are. Wow.
Yeah, sturdy.
Well, John wouldn't feel it, so I got to go with John.
He wouldn't feel it. His vertebrae would be broken. Or is it broken?
Oh, good.
I mean,
Oh,
is he
wow.
like is he even there anymore, or is he like completely disintegrated now?
Henri, save me a seat on that bus trip to hell, man.
Hey, Jews don't believe in hell. I'm all good. I can talk about this stuff all day. Chosen people. We don't get to go. We don't go to hell. We don't believe in it. We believe in. We basically we go to accountant heaven, where we get to count money for the rest of eternity.
I don't know. That sounds about the same.
Oh boy. $1 here, $1 there, $3 here, no claims here. Your Spider Woman #1. And we talked about liver punching. This is what happens when books don't sell. We talk about liver punching Sal Buscema, who's 90 years old. You guys brought this on. You guys opened up this door, this so-called hell gate. All right. Spider-Woman #1 by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. $2. Magneto Ascendant. A collection of classic stories featuring the master of magnetism. $2. Conan 189, $2. Nighthawk #1 of 3, $2. Giant Size X-Men Annual #9 is $2. What if the Professor X of the X-Men had become the Juggernaut? #13 is $2. Spirits of Vengeance #10 is $2. Hulk #338, $2. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man Annual #7 is $2. I have Secret Wars #3. It's a pretty beat up copy, but you can own an original Secret Wars 3 for $2. Wolverine 55, 57, and 73. That's $6 on those. I don't know where the better food is, hell or the accountants. We get Stibben Bupkis in accountant heaven. Marvel Legacy #1 is $2. Deadpool 31 is $2. I have Iron Man Ironheart Generations #1. Jean Grey Phoenix #1, $2. This is going to go for $4, these $2. I have to tell you guys, being on these shows where we get like 0 claims, this is such good practice for being at a con on Sunday. One thing I've kind of realized, and I didn't really talk about much while we were going through the show because I was ranting about Spider-Man so much. Getting back out on the floor at Fan Expo New Orleans, I found myself really dreading going back to the con scene because I was just enjoying being at home so much. It's not that I didn't want to be at a con. I was just enjoying being at home and just hanging out with Bentley and the kids and going on dates and doing all this kind of stuff. And now I have to go back out there and, do this whole comic thing again. And I really thought I was going to have a hard time getting back on the floor, but everything just kind of clicked in as soon as I got on the floor, and I remembered what I was there to do. And I really enjoyed being in person with people. But of course, when I go to these conventions, especially in New Orleans or any show for that matter, and I'm flying out for a show, it is imperative for me to sell through everything. It is so imperative for me to sell through everything because if I don't, I have more stuff to ship back. Now, a box or two, it's no big deal. That was kind of what happened in New York Comic Con this last year. I had to ship 2 boxes of books back, and that really sucked. And I'll tell you why it sucked, because I didn't have anything to wrap those books up with, and they were just shipped back. And luckily, they arrived fine. But on the off chance that they don't at some point, that can really suck. when I went to ALA, the Library Association conference, I had like I think 8 boxes of books I had to ship back. And that was awful. That was such an awful, oh God, that's just such an awful experience. It was expensive. It just sucked. And the when they arrived, a lot of the boxes were damaged. USPS dropped off an empty box. I don't know what happened to all the books. They all just fell out of the box. They just manhandled everything. It was terrible. So when I go to these conventions, my goal is to sell through everything. I don't want to ship it back. Ever. I need to sell through it. And I'm not going to give it away either. It has to sell. Because if I give it away, I don't make money. And if I don't make money, I can't pay my bills. So it is very important that all of these books sell. And that pressure adds up, right? When I'm here, if we have a good show or it's not a good show, it's okay. Like, kind of sucks that we didn't have a lot of claims tonight because I can't go out and buy a lot of stuff tomorrow. Like tomorrow when I go out and buy new comics, I'm just getting new stuff. I'm not going and buying any more back issues. Not until I see some of this other stuff sell. But because I can't just go and spend money if nothing's moving. But when I'm on the floor at these conventions and there's periods where people aren't buying things, it can get really aggravating. But being here with you guys is a great experience for me because it kind of teaches me how to be patient and how to kind of deal with it. I kind of look at this as like my training ground, my dojo, for when I go out on the convention floor, that's where the real battle is happening. Because the circumstances, the stakes are real. I have a very small window of time to move a large quantity of books at every convention I do. Even if the loadout is a little bit smaller than some other shows, it's still a heavy load. And I have to get every person I talk to at least consider buying my books, So it's tough. You guys are the practice group. That's exactly it. All right, I have Hawkman number 9. That's going to go for $2. You guys are guinea pigs. Berserker number 2 is $2. Guardians of the Galaxy number 13 is $2. And Midnight Suns Unlimited number 3 is $2. All right, I'm going to fill up the board here, and then we're going to take our last commercial break. Ugh. Silent Invasion number 1 is $2. Hulk 412 is $2. Deadly Foes of Spider-Man number 1 is $2. X-Men Mangaverse number 1 is $2. And Fantastic Four Mangaverse number 1 is $2. No, I'm not going to meet the next girl of my dreams on a convention floor. It's never going to happen. I don't mix business with pleasure. Honestly, I refuse to date anyone in the comic scene. I need total separation from my work life and my personal life. I'm deadly serious about that. I feel like I've the hardest thing for me, I think, after I got divorced was kind of figuring out who I am. And I dove so far deep into comics, especially last year. I didn't have a life outside of going to cons and being with the kids. So I didn't really know who I was. So for me, it's been really important to have a life outside of comics and figure out what that life is. And I know that's a weird thing to say because even when I'm not working on comics, I'm still reading comics and doing things like that. But I feel like it's important to get away from it so that I can figure out what else I'm interested in, what other things I'm good at, and all that kind of stuff too. So definitely not looking to meet anyone in the convention scene. And then rumors and all that stuff. It's just, I don't need that. No, thank you. Ah, that's right. Katrina is the girl of my dreams. She is. Evil Ernie number 4 is $2. New Avengers 14 is $2. Ronin book 2 is $2. I am a tough HR department. You have to set those boundaries for yourself. No one else is going to do it. That's another thing too. I met another creator this weekend. You have to have discipline here. Like when you're working in comics and you're working for yourself, you're the boss and you have to actually be a boss. And I saw a creator this weekend who was clearly drinking on the job. Like I could smell the alcohol on his breath when he came by my table, and he was just behaving. Some people don't know how to behave at these cons. They've been doing this stuff for a long time. And I get it. Some shows are slower, some suck, some all this stuff. And then they kind of think, okay, well, I'm having fun. We're going to treat this like a company party now. And they start getting drunk. But the problem with being under the influence of something is you never know how it can affect you. And I've been guilty of that myself back in my marijuana days. But I think it's important to stay sober and remember you're in a professional environment. You can really put your reputation at risk. That is a serious thing. Conventions can blacklist you very easily if you do the wrong thing. Ultimate Avengers number 5 and number 6. That's going to go for $4. Y'all heard it here. That's exactly right. Old Man Hawkeye number 7, $2. Mythos X-Men number 1, $2. What was supposed to be fun? We don't have fun on this show, damn it. Cons are not fun. Doom Patrol 51 is $2. Midnight Suns number 1 is $2. And finally, Sensational Spider-Man 25 is $2. Oh, cons, not my show. Cons are fun. My show is not fun. All right, we're going to take one last commercial break. Then we're closing out the show. We're going to show off a bunch of stuff. And then we're gonna end tonight's show, which has been spectacular. I've been having so much fun here. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in a minute.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Unite.
You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
All right, my friends, we got exactly 20 minutes left on the clock. And I'm going to start by showing off the bottom row of stuff one more time. Is there something you guys want to see too? I mean, let me know. If there's something you want me to show off in particular, please let me know. Dang it. Any types of books you're looking for, please let me know. There are no Christmas parties when you're your own boss. None whatsoever. All right. I have Hack Slash Hot Shorts #1 going for $3. I'm keeping it at $3. It's a good price. Spider-Man 21, Miles Morales Spider-Man 21 is going to go for $3. Okay. You want cute cartoon, cute indies. Okay. Hold on. I will dig something up. Batman 54 is $5. X-Men #30. We'll do this at $3. That's the marriage of Jean Grey and Cyclops. Batman Deadpool, the Jim Lee variant that shows Batman and Wolverine, $15. Marvel Now .1, #1 is $15. Battle Tracers 1, $5 on this. Radiant Black #1, we'll do this at 20. I'll drop it to 15. It was 20. I'll drop it to 15. Predator versus Spider-Man #1. I'll take it from 10 down to 6. Emma Bloodstone, or sorry, Death of Doctor Strange, Lyra Bloodstone #1 is 3. Skinbreaker #1, second printing. I'll take this down to $8. Absolute Superman #1. I'll take it from 30 down to 25. Okay. Marvel Team Up. That was 3. That'll go for 3. Just DVD. Thank you, sir. Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #1. Key book here, $15. I believe that's it. That was all of them. All right. Now I got Many Deaths of Batman, $433, $434, and $435. I was doing it for 10. How about we do it all for 8? Legacy of Kane Defiance #1. Doing each one at $60. I'll drop it down to 55. I'll take $5 off. Black Lamb #1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will sell all 6 of these issues for just $8 if anybody wants to take them. I am desperate to move those. Anybody who will give this a shot will have my gratitude. I'll even drop it down to $6. It's $1 a book for the Black Lamb. That's a Helix imprint for DC. $6, it's yours. $1 books. I'm just getting rid of them at this point. This is what I'm into them for. This is what I'll sell them for. $6. $1 books. That's $1 run right there. The entire thing, all 6 issues, $6. The Black Lamb. Give it a shot, please. Let's get it out of here. It's been sitting here for too long. Can't find anyone to take those books off my hands. All right, I'm going to put our FOMO books on the bottom. I have What If Conan the Barbarian. We're stranded in the 20th century. $3. Prince Valiant 1. $3. Superman Real Worlds, that's going to go for $5. Detective Comics 556 is $5. Nam #25 is $3. The Punisher Painkiller J #1 is $3. Quasar #1 is $3. Amazing Spider-Man 329 is $5. That's the first Cosmic Spidey. Hardware #1 is $3. Got all the FOMO books on the bottom there. Take care, Roberto. I'll hit you up tomorrow morning. We'll talk about, figuring out when to pick up everything. Got any claims here? Any claims at all? $6 on the Black Lamb. Bah! Get the Black Lamb. Black Lamb, have you any worth? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. $6 worth. Come on. Freaking buy this book already. Buy all 6 issues. Please, for the love of everything that is holy. You get the whole freaking run. What do I have to do? Do I have to ram this down your freaking throats here, people? Bah, bah, it's the Black Lamb. Bah. Come on, $6 freaking dollars. Please don't make me put this back. I beg you, please don't. Someone out there, reach deep into your pockets and produce $6 for me. All you got to do is claim it. Please, I love you all. There's some great artwork in this book. This is desperation selling here. Oh my gosh, good Lord. It's the Black Lamb. The Black freaking Lamb. Let's look at this artwork for this. Surely a book with the Black Lamb has to have some amazing artwork in it. It has to. And it does, actually. It has really good freaking art in here. But no one wants a book because it has the word lamb in it. Look at the artwork. This actually looks really good. I'm not just saying that. Timothy Truman and Sam Parsons. Really good artwork. I'm selling it to you literally at the price I bought it at. You know how much money I make on this? $0. $0. I won't even be allowed into accountant heaven as a Jew. They're going to send me to hell unless someone claims these books for $8, but I'm selling them for $6. Okay? It's all silent as ever. You can cut the air with the knife. Could you cut the air with the knife because it's so thick? Am I using the right references here? Probably not. The Black Lamb. If Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote this, you'd probably buy it. Show that Philip Kennedy Johnson interview again. That'll teach you guys.
Welcome to One Question Interviews with Onrie, the only broadcast that really gives you a unique perspective on the comic book industry. So, Philip, for the sake of this interview, is it okay if I can call you Kennedy? No, it's not. It's my middle name, not my first name. Genius. This episode of One Question Interviews with Onrie is brought to you by Scoots Ahoy. If you're not scooting, you're not shooting.
This is why no one made any claims tonight. That's the end of that. What did you think, Jay? Did you like the end of it?
Cinema. Pure cinema.
Yeah, pure cinema. Do I have the 1 in 10 wool ratio variant? No, I have these freaking stupid books here. Buy these stupid books for $6. They're idiot books. Buy them all. See, I'm being abusive. I'm trying to give you guys, like, imagine this was like the reverse of the UNICEF commercials. Remember when they used to be like, help this child by just donating like $1, and you'd hear like Sarah McLachlan playing in the background. Well, Sarah, we're not allowed to use her music. So I'm just asking you guys right now, buy these books before I abuse them physically in the short box. So I will take them out back and I will abuse them. I will make lamb chops out of the Black Lamb if no one buys these books. I am not kidding. We will sit here for another 11 minutes and I will talk about the Black Lamb until someone claims these books for $6. I'm not kidding. I pitched this book so many freaking times already. $6 the whole thing. Ah!
Henri's gonna punch all of you in the liver with the Black Lamb.
Oh my gosh. No, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about the Black Lamb I'm gonna do it. Go right. No one's gonna claim it because they actually want to see me do this. Oh, good luck. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to a con with these, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, can I tell you about my comic?" And then they'll be like, "Did you write this?" I'll be like, "Nope, didn't write it at all. I have nothing to do with this, but I got the Black Lamb 1 through 6 going for $35 right now. It's all yours, $35. Okay, you guys could have gotten it for $6, but you know what? I'm taking away that opportunity right now. You guys don't deserve these books at $6. If we had Sarah McLachlan playing throughout that whole pitch, that would have been great. I need to shiver. It's not cold enough down here in hell.
You'll get punched in the liver with the Black Lamb books.
I'm gonna put them away right now, and then someone's gonna claim and watch. I can tell it's gonna be Zach. He wants those Black Lamb books.
That's not Turtles or Flash.
Yeah, but it's a Black Lamb. It's better than the Flash and Ninja Turtles. You know why the Black Lamb is better than the Flash? Because Ezra Miller didn't have a chance to ruin the character yet. Big puppies. The Black Lamb doesn't. He likes puppies. He protects puppies. But now he's not going to be able to protect your puppies. Gonna give it away for a very cheap price. No more. The Black Lamb tirade. The Great Black Lamb tirade of 2026. I think that's what we should nickname this episode.
Sounds good. Nope says, is it lambda, lambda, lambda?
No. No, it's not.
That's my pie.
Oh my god, that's great. Oh man, that was funny. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to claim any of these books after hours, you can totally reach out to me and do that. Sometimes people do that. The only deal I'm not going to honor is the Black Lamb. So if you wanted Black Lamb, too bad. I'm not selling it, okay? It's no longer on the market.
Yeah, you didn't want to buy it for $6. You don't get it at all.
You don't get it at all. No, sorry. No Black Lamb for any of you guys.
That's such a threat.
I think I set some good boundaries here, Jay. What do you think?
You did. You did. You guys didn't want it for $6. You can't have it. Doesn't matter how much you want to pay for it. You can't get it at all.
Sorry. Nope. No Black Lamb for any of you guys. No. The Black Lamb, that's just going to sit here forever. Forever. All right. Shang-Chi, Master Kung Fu, 31. 32, 33, 34, 37, 42. If you want all these Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu books, is you're itching because of the allergies from my New Orleans hotel room. $3, $6, $12 on all these. So, Onrie, why'd you have such a bad show today? Because I was trying to sell the Black Lamb. All right, Electro Assassin number 2 is $2. X-Men 17 is $2. Warzone number 1 is $2. Oh yeah, Katrina was asking me for QT stuff. Things. Okay. QT stuff things. Let's see what do I have here. Let's see what I got here.
If it helps anyone, the Black Lamb is not a lamb, it's a vampire.
I have Omaha the Cat Dancer Volume 1, the collected edition. I'm going to do this for, let's see. The next book I'm going to show off is called Death Burglar. What do you think of that?
It's called what?
Death Burglar.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love comics.
No, it's not. I just made that up. But how awesome would it be if, like, that was
I totally bought it. I totally could see a Death Burglar comic.
Death Burglar. Oh, it's going to be my next book. All right. I have the collected Omaha, the Cat Dancer Volume 1 graphic novel going for, I'll do it for $15. No, it's Death Burglar. He's a burglar who kills people and robs them. Well, I don't know. I think I just created something here. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I created something here. Death Burglar! All right, I have World's Finest 256, 265, and 266 going for $6. Let me know if you want Omaha. Make a claim.
Death Burglar. He'll steal your TV and your life.
Death Burglar. Go break into your house.
Starring Steven Seagal.
Oh, starring Steven Seagal, even. Old Steven Seagal or young Steven Seagal?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's an old one.
That's a tough one.
Your TV and your cheese. All right, I have Beardo Till Death Do Us Part. Volume 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I will do each of these for the same price I got them for, $25 a pop. Actually, no, I'll do them all for $75. It's like buy 3, get 1 free. It's now 10:56, and no one, not a single person in this room tonight has earned a spin on the wheel. Nobody. Sounds like a self-nicknamed serial grave robber. No, he's not a robber. He's a burglar. See, that's where you're getting it wrong, Zach. You guys just can't appreciate something good when it's there. It's like Black Lamb, you know? This show's over. Jay, I'm done here. I'm going to go. I'm going to have to explain what Death Burglar is to everybody so that they can understand. And I'll be back next week to do that on the experience. We'll be back next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Show's over. I appreciate everyone being here. We got no spins on the wheel tonight. Jay, is there anything you want to add before we close out tonight?
Yeah, just make sure you tuned into the experience. Tomorrow we're going to have Comic Collectibles with Rex at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. And then at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, Kyle's going to do a show. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that one, but Kyle will be there. So just stay tuned. Make sure if you're subbed up, you're still subbed up, and catch all the great stuff we have this week. Friday, y'all. I gotta mention Friday real fast. Friday for the art show. Nick is giving away like $1,000 worth of art. So be sure you tune in to original art at 7 Eastern, 6 Central to see what he's got going on there.
That's awesome. All right, everybody, have a good night. I had a lot of fun with you guys tonight. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow on my channel, afternoon, 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. See you guys then. Take care. Have a good night.